Duke wins. Fatality.
What up? What up? What up, people? Oh shit! What up, Cynic? Where you been, man? Hope you didn't go with your plan. Hope you plan on streaming again soon. But yeah. So what's going on tonight? So we all got that presidential alert, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he clued me in on a few things, and then I did my little research thing, and I came across some proof, some federal proof of what their plan is. Not so much their plan, but as what they want. Um, so, like I said, um, the presidential alert is you can almost compare it to an Amber Alert or weather advisory alert, but obviously a much bigger scale. They said that 75% of smartphone owners would basically get this alert, and which most of us did. Um, the people who didn't, I know there were one or two services, phone services that that I guess chose not to sign up for it for this testing part. Because after this, it's all you don't get a choice. Um, but other than that, 75% of the population that owns smartphones, basically got the alert, the presidential alert, and you hear these rumors here and there of what it's about. Is President Trump gonna be tweeting us and shit? I hope not, but basically, what it is a buddy of mine tells me he didn't say officially, they have it. He said, yeah, they've been talking about working on a way of roll call, basically. Basically, anybody who takes action to the alert, turns it off, opens it, would basically instantly go into a database. Um, how much information goes to it, I have no idea. He didn't tell me, but basically he said that they were developing it, and it wasn't for the presidential alert, just so everyone doesn't freak out right now. But they definitely wanted to have it set up and implemented soon. Then a lot of people were talking about how FEMA camp or FEMA had a lot to do with this, and right off the skirts of the last hurricane that we just had, and all these other hurricanes off our coast right now, it's obviously going to be a big thing to us. So, like I said, he tells me about this, and I go about my research, and I find this. Let me see where it is. All right, here we go. Don't think it's that one. Nope, not that one. Oh, I gotta bring it up first, huh, guys? Haha, my bad. There it is. Nope, wrong one. It's ran a lot smoother when I was testing it out before, but here we go. There it is, perfect. Okay, so now I'll make it so you guys can actually see it. There you go. Federal Registry, Daily Journal of the United States Government, Emergency Alert System. So as it states, it says Federal Communications Commission, final rule. This is a summary. Commission amends to rules governing the emergency system EAS by establishing the alert reporting system, a comparison online filing system for the EAS, and it combines the existing EAS test report system with a new one. Streamline electronic system for filing of state EAS plans by replacing paper-based blah 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 blah. Okay, so pretty mundane. It's basically telling if you're going to start this new system, set up a new system, rather than having to give the alert systems a paperback. It's going to go on to going to go basically to electric or digital. I'm sorry. Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and other organizations' entireties, better access and use of to-date information. And then you go down, and I get to hear some where is it right here? Supplementary information, and then you go to this document, and I was like, let's check that out. I was reading on, going a little bit further, but then ended up finding this. Damn, FCC to make emergency alert system more effective. It's an amendment of Part 11 Commission's rules regarding emergency alert systems. Then it says right here in the description, FCC adopts a report in order to increase excessive or extensive effectiveness of emergency alert systems by establishing a streamlined electrical database that combines with the existing EAS testing report. And then it goes into it, and then you get down in here, I'll put the link in the chat, because when you read these ones, this is the stuff that tells you that it will basically track everything. And also, the FCC, I didn't pull this one up because I didn't even think I was going to talk about it because I didn't really read enough of it. But Homeland Security, FEMA, there's a agency called EarthX. All of them are able to establish this presidential alert system. Basically, the presidential alert system is called that, so it sounds super important. Let me see here. I know I got something else I wanted to show you that had to do with it, but I don't think I put it up because I didn't. Yeah, I didn't put it up because I didn't think I was going to talk about it. But yeah, that's the gist of it. It's crazy. A lot of people that I talked to wanted to make it seem like it was complete bullshit. But hey, like I said, I wasn't telling everyone it was exact information when I did that little live, right before it. But hey, it turned out, yeah, they're tracking you. So basically, anybody who messes with that and didn't let it just play out, probably, they're testing that out. So let's get in here real quick. What's up, Cynics? I know you're always lost, my friend. I'm gonna go ahead. Let's do this. We're gonna open the chat up. Fuck it. Let's see if you have time, Cynics. You want to come in and bullshit a little bit? Even if you don't want to, you don't have a choice. Still have to. Get this hangout up real quick. Yeah. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Because to me, it seems like a surefire way of knowing exactly where everyone is. Because I heard stuff like people were saying something about like martial laws and stuff, and I was going, that seems kind of a thing. If they're going into martial law, I think the last thing they're going to want to do is tell people about it. But then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, well, shit. Just letting you know they're coming in. So put your shit down, right? So let's get back in here. What's Nick? How you doing, my friend? And I'm planning to make that trip, so we gotta get in touch with each other, man, so we can get that going. What up, Jaybird? Zan? Uh, one constant science. How you doing? Hey, Ann. How you doing? Thank you for all your fucking wonderful uploads. I didn't even go into it like that. That's crazy. What's up, Central Truth? How you doing, sir? So, like I said, it's crazy. I'm going to throw this hangout in here. I didn't plan on going very long, but see what happens. Also, I wanted to talk about some more of this carbon carbon capturing sequestration. I can't fucking say the word. I hate it. But basically, they're collecting all the CO2, and I kind of break down a little bit better why I think they're doing it. I had a really good talk with a guy yesterday, and he kind of opened my eyes up to some other stuff that I didn't even think about. And then when I went and looked at the numbers, boom, the realization of what's going on hit me right in the face. Let's talk about that real quick. Yeah, if you want to jump on the panel, jump on the panel. We'll jump around the topics. I don't mind at all. Let me see, because I wanted to go over this for sure. So I was wondering myself, will this whole carbon capturing shit work? And here's what it is. I know we all hate Neil deGrasse Tyson. I know. But I want you to hear what he has to say about it real quick, because this is beautiful. The second I heard him say this, it was like, what?
Raul Narwani. Okay? Raul says this: putting CO2 back into the earth in pressurized condition after absorption. Is this feasible? What he's talking about is carbon capture. Is what they call it? It's carbon capture.
Exactly.
Is it feasible?
Yeah. So it turns out, from what I have read, if you want to remove carbon from the air that we have put in, the energy requirement to do that, you're going to ask, well, where are you going to get the energy to
that
do
makes
that?
sense.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And if you're doing it, you're going to burn oil to capture the carbon.
Right.
So if you're doing it with solar power, or something that does not have a carbon footprint, then you could have used that for your energy in the first place.
Gotcha.
Right? Why? Right? So these are some of the challenges that will confront us as we move forward. But it'd be great if we can have some.
Crazy, right? I mean, that lays it all out. It's pretty clear. Yeah, hey, Zen. So basically, I don't know if a lot of people know this. I hope so. Oh, and you're gonna love to hear about the carbon capturing. Let me address Zan real quick. So, a lot of people don't know we are already in a martial law. Obama wonderfully did it in our sleeps while we were sleeping, and basically their version of why they did it is to protect us. So that way, if there are any terrorists in America, they were to be able to find them, hunt them down, and take care of them for our safety. Unfortunately, since 9/11, we haven't caught or stopped anything happening here in the United States. So that's what kind of seems pretty funny about that. But hey, Zen, you want to come on? We can talk about it. Like I said, open topic, guys. So Anne, I was wondering what carbon capturing is. So carbon capturing is one of the methods they want to use for basically cleaning up cleaning up greenhouse gases. What they did is they're basically geoengineering our oceans. It's called ocean fertilization. It's to stimulate the phytoplankton. And what the phytoplankton does is it absorbs the CO2. They then collect it, liquefy it, and then reverse fracking. They reverse that process and put it in the ground and store it. The carbon capture the other version the other idea they have basically is because the liquid CO2 it's more dense than our ocean. They will find the lowest point, the deepest areas of the ocean and store it there because it will sustain that low pocket. Now, just for people to know, that's geoengineering to the fucking max. To the max. And there are at least 20 countries doing it. Here in the United States, there are at least 40 carbon capture storing sites. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of them, so you guys can get a better idea if you weren't here. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull that one up just because I wasn't ready for it, but that's fine. I can do that real quick. I will put a video up of. Let's see which one. This should be a good one. How about this one's nice and short. Basically, it's how it works, carbon capture storage.
Global demand for energy is increasing, and the challenge is to meet this demand while reducing our carbon footprint. Part of Shell's solution involves carbon capture and storage, and that's why we built Quest at our Scotford upgrader. The upgrader turns thick, heavy oil from the oil sands, called bitumen, into synthetic crude that can then be refined into everyday products like gasoline and jet fuel. Shell uses hydrogen to upgrade the bitumen to a lighter oil, but making hydrogen creates carbon dioxide, or CO2. Quest captures the CO2 from the upgrader's hydrogen manufacturing plants with a product called amine that absorbs the CO2. The CO2 is then separated from the amine and pressurized to turn the CO2 gas into a liquid that can be transported by pipeline 65 kilometers north to 3 well sites. At the wells, the liquid CO2 is injected more than 2 kilometers underground into a layer of rock filled with interconnected pores. The CO2 becomes trapped within the pores and locked in under many layers of solid, watertight rock. Constant monitoring both above and below ground makes sure the CO2 stays safely and permanently in place. Quest is on track to capture and store over 1 million tons of CO2 every year. That's equivalent to the emissions from about 250,000 cars. We know that up here, carbon dioxide is a big problem, but we believe deep down there lies an important part of the solution.
Yeah, so that's it right there. It's very dangerous. So here's the kicker to it. So they, like I said, I played the video before. Basically, they're playing it the fuck up big time. They're making it seem all nice and wonderful, great, perfect. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna add to exactly why this seems so fucking crazy. So what they're telling us is they're gonna get this carbon. And just so everyone knows, the version they're talking about is actually called a CCS system. This is actually a system that is built into these power plants, and regardless, it still doesn't work. They produce more CO2 than they capture. Here's the kicker to it, and you ready for this one? The reason they even did this is because that system, CO2, helps them recover more oil. 100%. They don't even bullshit about it anymore. Let me go ahead and pull that one up so you guys can see right for yourself exactly what I'm saying. This article is around the world in 22 carbon capture projects. Go back to the window share. There we go. So this is carbonbrief.org. It's kind of showing you where all these spots are, and trust me, these are nothing. This is the biggest bullshit map I've ever seen, because I found twice as many of these already and barely even trying. So scroll down. Here's one. This one is in Canada. I think I kind of was telling people about it before I'm on the other stream. So bear with me if you have, but at the same time, hey, it's always good to get information again. Let me get my notes out so I can let you know exactly what the problem with this place is. Basically, okay, so this one was basically the first of these systems. So this is the best part. So 90% of emissions from a 110 megawatt coal unit, 1 million tonnage from the power plant chimney. So basically the exhaust is 1 million tons. And then the total capacity of this plant is 824 megawatts, with a total emission of 6.7 million tons, and their CCS system only captures 15%. Right? So that means it's obviously useless almost. This is actually my favorite. This is the Kemper mine, or the Kemper County coal plant. It's in Mississippi. This one you guys are looking at is the most expensive power plant to have ever been built. Ever. $7.5 billion. Fun part, it started building in 2010. And as of 2017, 2018, it's still non-operational. Oh yeah, they had to squash that whole system because they couldn't figure out how to keep the CO2 underground without leaking. So it's a natural gas only plant. So I mean, and the list goes on. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember a big hoopla going on up in the Dakota area with activists, pretty much stopping construction. This is when Trump first started, I think first got into office. Let me see where it is. As soon as I get to it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The pipeline. Okay, I guess it's not on this one. That pipeline, it has everything to do with this carbon capture, and yeah, it's on hold because they can't. First, here's the thing. One, I've already explained, right? Geo-engineering is banned under the Biodiversity Convention Treaty, which basically states exactly as it sounds. No geoengineering. Why? Because they have no clue what the long-term effects will be. They have no clue what it will do to any country neighboring where it's happening at, yet the United States is doing it. Here's the fun part. The Biodiversity Convention Treaty is signed by 196 countries, including the United States. But see, there's this thing where they actually have to take it into effect. The United States won't do it. They refuse. Let me see if I have something else you can get a better idea of what we're talking about. I know it. I got some pictures that show exactly what I'm talking about. And pretty sure a lot of you guys remember me talking about it. I got into a conversation on Google with somebody, and their version of everything was fracking doesn't cause earthquakes, doesn't induce earthquakes. I mean, first of all, amongst other things, hey, why didn't you want to talk about the water? I don't know, but hey, you wanted to go earthquakes. I showed very clearly that even the USGS, the earthquake detectors, they basically study it all. They even admitted to it. So when I heard about this, and I was like, wow, holy shit, that's fracking to the 10th power. What the fuck? Let me see if I can find it, because I'm pretty sure I didn't even put them in here. Let me go ahead and find these real quick. But yeah, I mean, to lie, and I'm talking about these big companies, right? To lie and tell us how safe and how this is the solution to our problem is complete bullshit. Let me see. So I'm going to find these images. Basically, explain exactly, what this whole system does and how it works. Yeah, of course, not gonna work. I may put them up here. Nope, I can't find them. You know what? Let's do this. I'm just gonna go straight to the horses, and then we're just go to the website itself. Let me see if I can find it. But basically, it's these little diagrams that show exactly how their systems work from start to finish, and it's so nonchalant. It's like, this is how we do it. Okay, finding the site is not going to be. Oh, well, I want to go over this site actually because this is actually crazy to me. I don't remember if I talked about this site or not, guys. And I know I'm jumping around, but I want to get this out of the way. If I talked about the company that's basically outing all these other companies, right? Telling everyone that they all do geoengineering. Yet they do it their damn selves. Now, this is the company that I don't even want to say they're the ones who actually builds this whole system, but I mean, they basically deem the name Carbon Clean Solutions. And you're gonna love this. Watch this. So let me get this up. There we go. So this is Carbon Clean Solutions. Got the nice shiny scrubbers in the back. Perfect. So here it goes. This Carbon Solutions Engineering. Now to be clear, geoengineering is not a service we provide or an activity in which we participate. However, we wanted to address many of the questions. What is geoengineering? Geoengineering is a proposed solution to current environmental concerns. It involves the deliberate manipulation of process that affects our planet and climate in the attempt, blah, blah, blah. We all know what that is. Now here's the fun part. Where's it? Okay, so it says, the suggestions have been around for a number of years, but due to concerns about feasibility and ethics, it has not yet truly been implemented. That said, geoengineering proposals have historically fallen into two classes. One attempts to reduce the amount of climate change produced by an increased greenhouse gas concentration, and the other tries to remove greenhouse gases that have already been released into the atmosphere. Several companies have attempted and or at least proposed potential geoengineering methods. One company tried, without proper authorization, to fertilize the ocean with iron to encourage the growth of algae to absorb excess carbon dioxide. Other scientists have suggested spraying the clouds in seawater to increase the reflectivity, which hopes of bouncing warm light back into space. The U.S. government has been considered sun-blocking mirrors in outer space. Geoengineering limitations. The cost of proposed geoengineering technologies is prohibitive, and many are less cost-effective than existing green energy technology. If scientists remain unable to bring down the cost of geoengineering, its implementation will remain unlikely. Now, here's the crazy part. This company not only does this stuff, they brag about it when you go into their media area. I don't know why it's not clicking right now, but it's all fucking weird. But yeah, so go check that out. Carbon Clean Solutions. Wonderful, wonderful read. Let me get this chat back up because I know you guys are in there talking about this. All right, there it is. Yeah, so one of the solutions they have is they want to. It's called solar radiation blanketing. This is one of the big things that a lot of people have been talking about. Again, this isn't weather modification. This is geoengineering. This is the big stuff. This is where it actually controls or affects our climate. Um, the the ocean fertilization already is geoengineering by itself. What they're not explaining is that the excess bloom of this algae does stuff like, hey, red tide. You guys hear about that? Red tide on the East Coast? Yep. That has everything to do with ocean fertilization. Oh, I'm sorry. Scientists say it could, but they don't want to say yes. The excess algae, they blanket the ocean. Now, what happens when you put a thick layer of something on the surface of an ocean? I'm going to guess that it probably would warm up. So, as far as I can see, what I believe they're doing, and there are people that I have lots of respect for out there that have different ideas, and I'm soon hopefully going to be able to hear that and really get into it. But here's what my theory on what's going on. These systems are expensive. Oil recovery is expensive. If someone came to you and said, "Hey, and you like to you have power plants that recover oil. What if I told you can increase your oil production? Increase? Do I have to do more work? No. You just have to collect some CO2, and then you will yield. excuse me. You will yield 60 to 80% more oil. 80 to 60% more oil. Now, one of the ways they do this is they fertilize the ocean. They basically put these large boxes in the ocean that collect the CO2 after that happens, and they go pick it up and pump it into a reverse fracking operation, basically. It's insane. It's insane. Now, this is what really made me go, what the hell? So think about this, guys. Imagine what it would cost for power plants or not even, forget power plants, because that's their guides. Oil companies. Imagine if oil companies found a solution to getting the oil that they couldn't get to before. 60, 80% more. That's a lot of fucking profit, right? Well, why would they stop? So, my first theory on this whole thing is they're purposely producing more CO2 so they can recover more oil. Right? I mean, that it makes sense to me, at least. But then it got even crazier than that. So, this whole conversation has everything to do with bringing our greenhouse gases down to a sustainable level so that the Earth's temperature doesn't rise, right? And then this is what just boggles my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and share our screen again. Ready? You guys are gonna be like, what the hell? Where is it? Here it is. You ready for this? What you guys are looking at right now is a study that was done in 2014, because, mind you, ocean fertilization and this carbon capture has been going on for about 10 years now. Haven't heard about it, huh? Yeah, that's the weird part. I'm going to blow this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. There we go. So check this out. To solve this CO2 greenhouse gas problem, it's going to cost $17.6 trillion. You heard me right. $17.6 trillion. Now here's the thing. And I'm going to go ahead and use your name again. Ann. Ann, if you spent $17.6 trillion and you're also making money because you get to recover oil. Would you get rid of those greenhouse gases? Would you spend $17.6 trillion and then and it has a projection in here too. It's by, well, we all know they're projected is by 2020, 2030, right? Would you just like throw away this carbon capture system? Because if they did get it to levels that they feel is necessary, we wouldn't need these machines and they wouldn't have enough carbon to capture. So why the fuck would they help solve the problem? Why not add to it so they can have more, right? Makes sense to me. I'm just saying. Yes, trillion. Exactly. That means not only are they going to want their money back, but we know they're going to want their profit. And here's the best, the craziest. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? Many of our governors, our government officials, they're investors. They have stock in all these oil companies. Exactly, and they're greedy. That's 100% what it is. And one of the craziest things, I mean, and it still goes. It's not like, oh, that's into my crazy rant. Nope, it's not even close. Now think about this. Those numbers that are based on all this happening, again, is a very minuscule number. Minuscule. It's 0.004 per million. And now, I know you guys are smart as shit, but for me, I'm trying to figure out in my head, like, what the fuck is, what the hell is this parts per million thing? I don't get it. So, I went and looked it up. So for anybody who doesn't enjoy it, because this is a nice little video that explains what it is.
Global demand for energy is
My bad. Here it is.
What does it mean to be 1 in a million? Not in the greeting card sense. In the scientific sense, where 1 part per million is a unit of measurement. Parts per million counts the number of units of one substance per 1 million units of another. It can measure concentrations when a small amount makes a big difference. For example, a concentration of just 35 ppm of carbon monoxide in the air is poisonous to us. We encounter measurements like this pretty often, but because it's hard to conceptualize really large numbers, it's difficult to wrap our brain around what 1 part per million really means. So here are 9 helpful ways to visualize it. If you had 11,363 pianos worth of piano keys, one of those keys would be about 1 part per million. So would a single granule of sugar among 273 sugar cubes. 1 second in 11.5 days. Or 4 dots in the painting A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of Le Grand Jatte. Your bathtub's capacity is about 60 gallons, so 7 drops of ink would be 1 part per million. The English version of the Harry Potter series has 1,084,170 words, which makes hippogriff on page 221 of The Prisoner of Azkaban a little less than 1 part per million. A million kernels of corn is about 1,250 ears, so 1 kernel in that truckload would be 1 part per million. There are 10 million bricks in the Empire State Building, so 1 part per million would be a pile of just 10. And finally, 100 people worked together to animate this video. Collectively, they have about 10 million hairs on their heads. Pluck 10 of those hairs, and you have 1 in a million.
Yes, I mean I like I said, I'm not the smartest, but as far as I grasp from that, it's not very much of anything. But hey, they're the experts, right? So that sent me down another rabbit hole. Basically, fuck, is this CO2 greenhouse gas thing? Is it real? What's going on? Ah, so I went through extensive research on both sides, trying to figure out which side sounded crazier. Basically, um, it's it's a toss up, really. To tell you the truth, I believe it is an issue. But with that said, it's an issue they don't want to fix by any means. Um, if they wanted to fix it, I believe that these systems wouldn't have anything to do with oil, because remember, all this recovery of oil they're now doing only goes to more systems that produce more fucking greenhouse gases. We're not solving anything except for their fucking money issues. It's fucking insane to me. Again, I don't know how this has been happening. I don't know how they're able to do this. The whole system in itself, that the whole idea of how they're going to solve this problem is banned. They're not supposed to be doing geoengineering. Period. Now, that's the craziest part about it. There's the biodiversity conservation treaty that I explained that bans geoengineering. Then I know you all have heard about the Paris Agreement that Trump opted out of. Okay, well, the Paris Agreement, the reason he opts out of that is so that he can be part of the London Conservation Treaty. Because that treaty is a lot more lenient to doing geoengineering. Why? Because they word it differently. That's it. Yep. Conservation on the prevention of marine pollution by dumping waste. So here's you guys are gonna love this part. So, like I said, they're really boasting this shit to be safe, right? But here's the problem. So let's scroll down, and it's an extensive. It's a real good read, and I haven't done it yet, but I'm putting all these links in the description the second I get a chance. But so we all know basically what this whole no dumping pollutions, no nothing illegal, right? And then we'll get down to here. Article, which one was it? And it's 16 pages, but it's all worth a read. Once you read it all, you realize how much they don't give a fuck. Where is it? Get scroll down. Because it is important that we find this. Nope, I think this is it. I think, nope, that's not it. Oh, part of it. So, they're not allowed to dump these, right? Unless they get a materials requirement special care list. They're able to get on that list. Is that it? Alright, I skipped it somewhere. Basically, that may have been it. For this, that was for location of dumping. So, oh yeah, okay, here it is. So basically, this is for the characteristic composites of the matter. So this is explaining what they're allowed to put in. Yeah, let me put this link in the chat right now so you guys can Look at it at your will. I'm not sure how easy it is to see on the screen, so you'll be able to pop it up if you guys need to. %, Duke. 100%. 100%. But again, what we're doing right now is looking at the London Convention Treaty. This is basically the loophole and the Geo-Engineering ban. Let me see. And I'm in the chat, I promise, guys. So if you're asking something, I will look at it. Yes, exactly, Trouble. Again, like I said, and I'm not sure if whoever wasn't here, the carbon capture systems to solve our quote-unquote greenhouse gas issue will cost 17, let me put this in the chat because I know, 17.6 trillion dollars, $17.6 trillion to solve our greenhouse gas problem if we were to go this carbon capture method. And again, why would you get rid of carbon dioxide when clearly these oil companies want the carbon dioxide because it helps them yield 60 to 80% more of the oil they couldn't even get to before? It's crazy, right? So, like I said, and this is the tip of the iceberg. I've only just begun. That upload, I scrapped that. I didn't even scrap it because I didn't like it. I scrapped it because every day I have found something completely mind-blowing that has to do with this situation. I don't know where to start now. 100%. They have no idea what in 10 years the Earth could temperature could rise 100 degrees because of what they're doing right now. They don't know. They have no clue. And that was always the main reason I was like, hey, I wonder if sorry, I completely forgot. I apologize, guys. If anybody does want to jump in the chat or into the hangout, let me know. Or I'm gonna put the link out right now. Otherwise, I have probably about another 10 minutes before I get back to my research. You know how that works. So this way, if you guys did want to get in here, I hear somebody, and that sounds like, oh, he's not eating though, so I'm not sure. What's up, sir? No worries, no worries. A lot you missed, my friend. A lot. You gotta hear. You ready? And people in the chat, I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat this to my boy. It's important. All right. So remember we were talking about the carbon capture systems. Okay. Well, think about this. Those systems are made to basically bring the greenhouse gases down to a safe level, correct? Why would these companies do that? Especially seeing how the CO2, carbon dioxide, helps them yield oil, 60 to 80% more oil. Does that make sense to you? Like, they want them to help eliminate their money, basically, right? Okay, you ready? Because this is the reason I set you up like I just did, right? Here you go. To solve this greenhouse gas issue we're having, correct? With the carbon capturing system, $17.6 trillion. Yeah. Okay. Right now here's the kicker to it. And I was talking to a buddy of mine last night about it, and he goes, "Why would oil companies spend that much money to end their money. That's where it's going, man. And then I was talking about. I know you were here when I was talking about the biodiversity treaty that bans geoengineering. Well, this whole ocean fertilization is geoengineering, and I was irritated by the fact that the United States is doing this stuff and other countries are as well. And basically the reason they're able to do it is I have it on the screen right now. It's the London Convention Treaty, which basically gives a bunch of loopholes into basically dumping whatever they want into the ocean to stable, to make this CO2 effect happen. So, like I said, in theory, they're actually producing more CO2 to produce more oil, which then distributes out and produces more CO2. Yeah. And I didn't even tell you about the president alert system thing.
I turned my phone off because I knew it was coming and I didn't want to hear that shit. And then I turned my phone back on at 2:30 and it got two fucking alerts. I'm like, does that make any fucking sense?
Did you happen to end those alerts?
Did I end them?
Yeah, like silence them.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I think when I turned the phone on, the motherfucker started going off, and I might have pushed something on the side. Then it just disappeared.
Yeah, so I was talking to an army buddy of mine yesterday, and he informed me that they were developing a system that would would basically roll call anyone who
All the phones.
silenced the alert or opened the text up.
Mhm.
And then I'll show you in a second. I'm gonna finish typing this real quick.
Yeah, I never opened it up, but I did. I think I might have killed it because it ran the shit. It beeped twice, and the shit is loud as fuck. So I just hit the button on the side, and then the shit just disappeared. But that was like 20 or 10 minutes after the alert actually happened, though. Why the fuck? It shouldn't have even got it. The phone was off.
Yeah, well, what they're doing is they're creating a database, and I'm gonna show you the documents right now. Or actually, I don't know why the fuck I am typing this. I could just say to Anne right now. Yes, Anne. Ocean fertilization is the beginning of everything we've been talking about. What they're doing is they're dumping iron into the ocean to stimulate the phytoplankton. See, I figured that shit out. To stimulate the phytoplankton, which absorbs the CO2, which they then collect, liquefy that CO2, and then that's when the reverse fracking begins. Yeah, so
It's crazy.
and you know what? For you, I am going to share. Or are you watching the watch page?
Who, me?
Yeah, or just the hangout.
Nah, I'm in the hangout.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to share this here. I'm gonna attempt to share this. I can share the whole damn thing. Doesn't matter. Fucking OBS, motherfuckers. All right, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so what was I showing? Oh, yeah, of course.
Article 21, Article 22.
No, this is that London Convention one that gives them the ability to do that shit. These are the ones I wanted you to see.
Okay, the FCC alert shit.
So this is the first one. Federal Register, Daily Journal of the United States Government. Summary in this document, blah blah blah. Community or commissions and rules. Basically, this is just them talking about implementing a system that goes
Right.
digital rather than paper. And then if you scroll down a little bit to the supplementary information in this document right here, the FCC.gov one, right? You get this.
Mm-hmm.
FCC to make an emergency alert system more effective. Basically, they talk about the same digital system, but also adopt a report and order that increases effectiveness of emergency alert systems by establishing a streamlined electronic database that combines with the existing EAS testing report system with the new features for filing state ES plans. So basically, you touch your phone, it goes to a database, and they then know how many people will be affected by that alert alone.
That shit. I wonder what the fuck they're up to. Something's about to pop off, yo.
Now, here's the kicker to it. So, I'm on my whole money thing, right? They're trying to make more money. They're producing, more CO2, more money. Then it goes. Then it's like this. It goes. Yeah, I'm gonna put that link in the chat right now for you. And then again, if you guys don't want to do it now, the links will be in the description. Actually, I'm gonna put the links in the description in a second. I can do that while I'm BSing. But here's the alert systems one that I was just talking about. Let me go ahead and end.
Yeah, because this shit is small as hell on my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. All right, pretty much right now as we speak, I'm gonna start doing it. But yeah, I mean, that's what's going on, man. That's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I mean, I'm still talking to fucking people that deny everything I'm saying everything I've said to everybody. They act like I'm fucking crazy.
But yet the documents say it. Like, well, they're fucking retards. So if you showing a motherfucker a document and they still don't believe it, it's like, all right, well, you just.
The craziest thing happened the other day. So, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about the fusion energy and fusion power that they've been working on. I don't know much about it. I've only heard things, seen things on the internet, but basically, they were talking about how close they are to having this, and I get that if they are able to produce enough power, it's revolutionary. But the thing is, this asshole, one of the deniers, says, "Well, they have a patent for it, so I mean, it has to be applicable." Has to be able to be used in some situations. And I jumped in the thing. I was like, wait, what the fuck did you just say? Did you just say that a patent justifies what you're saying right now? I was like, oh, hell no.
Wow.
And it's insane.
Fucking insane is not even, that shit is just fucking retarded. The hell, yeah, why you even fuck with them people, man?
I'm not gonna lie. When I am staring at these facts in my face, and then I hear them talk like that, I go, bah, bah, get in line, sheep, bah.
It's gotta be people that's just trolling you. It's gotta be.
A lot of them are. The problem, and here's the thing, it's like, well, troll away. The problem you guys have is that you guys look a fool, because it was the same thing that was going on with weather modification. Exact same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now they're all like, yeah, they cloud seed everywhere. What? Wait, what? Yeah, you're right, but now you're saying that shit? Fuck that. You guys are assholes. But
They
hey,
are assholes. You shouldn't waste your time with them motherfuckers.
A smart man once told me, go there, shut up, listen. They will tell you their faults.
That's different. Yeah, I get you with that for sure. But fuck trying to explain some shit to them.
Oh yeah. So that was the other thing. I talked about this on my last stream, and I'm cold-heartedly doing this. I'm done doing that with them. Why? What the fuck is the point of that shit? I'm going to where I need to go. I'm going to the big leagues. I'm going to my next Senate hearing. Not mine, but from my area is on the 8th. I will be there. I will be asking them, hey, fucktards. I don't think I'll say that, but why is this happening? Why is this possible? Why are you guys allowed to do these things? And I want answers.
They probably gonna give you a motherfucking reach around. That's about it, because they're gonna stick it up your ass and tell you I ain't gonna tell you much. But
you want to know what? I want them to. I want them to.
Well, yeah, because then they're kind of like admitting their own guilt. Because now what you probably should do? Can't you use the Freedom of Information Act to get some shit from them?
I can record the whole conversation. everything.
Well, I mean, as far as like documents and shit that they might not be so readily or willing to give to you or discuss with you right then and there or whatever, then you might have to go through them. You might have to go at them through the Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, definitely. But the kicker to that is to do so.
You probably got to file all kind of papers
Yep,
and shit.
you have to you have to request to get it. I thought that was funny because
What?
yeah. So basically, all the weather modification, all the geoengineering that is applied to do, like Harvard's and all the sciences and all this stuff, they all go to NOAA and the NOAA Weather Organization.
Right.
Every application goes through them. Go find one because I found two of them, two documents out of probably thousands, and the thousands I had to email them, which I still have not received an email back.
That's crazy. You got to fill out a fucking application to get some damn information that's supposed to be supplied to you through that act.
And
Some
so everyone
bullshit.
knows, again, I right as we speak, I am actually putting all the links into the description. They may not pop up until I save it, but they will all be there in a second. I got like one or two more to go. Yeah, but I mean, it's insane what they're doing, and then to literally spit in our faces the way they do, lie. Like, remember, I all my research is weather modification and atmospheric stuff, right?
Mhm.
How the fuck did it take me this long to find out about this? Why? Because they hide it. They put it in these nice little cute video packages that everyone thinks, oh, they care.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they do though.
Because I'm embarrassed. It's like, what? Wait, what? Because if I would have known about this shit, I wouldn't have said one word about weather modification. I'd have been like, that is bullshit. That's pussy shit. Forget about it. Don't even care. This is bigger. Fuck.
Yeah, what's crazy about that though? You might get 3/4 of the way through this and stumble on some other shit that's even more bigger.
And I was just saying it. The reason my upload hasn't came out was because every day I have found more and more
Or
crazy
shit.
shit, and I literally can't even put one section of any of my upload up because it will either be missing information or be piddles to whatever I'm talking about.
Yeah, they do. They design that shit like that on purpose. You know what I mean? They want to keep that shit as hard as they possibly can, even though they got to put it out there, I guess, to some degree, obviously, because it's out there. But they got it so fucking fragmented in pieces here and there and shit. You got to jump through all kind of hoops to get, to come to fucking like a cohesive conclusion by what they're giving you. This shit's crazy. That's why I commend what you do, because I got patience, but I ain't got patience like that. I'm like, I just want to go knock on the motherfucker's door, grab him by the throat, and just be like, give me the goods, motherfucker.
Well, I want to, but I'm like,
Nah.
if I jump too early, what would I
Yeah,
miss?
yeah. Shit, man. God damn.
Yeah, so I mean, it's insane what's going on, and remember, everything that started this is Anne's video. That video she uploaded
Yeah,
about
the
the
pellets, the motherfucker dropping them pellets and shit,
yeah,
or
it was
whatever.
like no she did a upload about the Indonesian earthquake.
Oh! I thought, okay, my bad. I thought you was talking about something
Yeah,
else.
because
All right.
what happened was just before I heard she uploaded that video, I had just got done finding out about ocean fertilization and finding out that the Pacific Ocean is the big area. That's like the main place they do it.
Yeah, because ain't nothing out there.
And it's the largest area of ocean, in an area, and can produce more CO2. And
That's
to me,
fucking crazy.
that's from the storing they do in the ocean, reverse fracking. So why wouldn't it? Oh, wait, you were here when I was playing that video, and those people had the audacity to say we store liquid carbon dioxide in solid rock.
Yeah, that shit bothered. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, yeah, all right. if it's, they could at least said porous rock, you know what I mean? But then if they would have said porous rock, then it's like, okay, well, if you can put it in, then it can get out. But how the fuck, how do you put a liquid inside of a solid fucking rock? Like that shit is gangster. How the fuck you do that?
Like it, oh, man, I don't even know what to say right now. It's
That-
insane to me that they just do it. I mean,
You
I
know,
get
they probably ain't even doing that. They probably like that other the little the picture that they had on that one photo, not the photo, but whatever. It was like a graph you showed, and they had the fucking liquid at the bottom of the fucking
Yep.
under the rock or whatever. But I don't know. That shit was crazy. It's just how the fuck do you put a liquid inside of a rock? I mean, I know all rocks do have some content of moisture, I guess, but it's so fucking minuscule.
Mhm. Well, that's what made me realize what it really was. Because when I first heard it, it was like, all right, so they dig a big, like a hole and just fill it up. No, it is literally reverse fracking. So when they frack and they put all that gas and all those chemicals in there to for the pressure to crack the rock, they're now filling the rock but repressurizing it.
Yeah, that's well. I mean, now I can see how that occurs. Like they're actually basically putting the liquid into an area where they took something out of. But for them to just force under any kind of pressure a liquid into a solid rock, like I just don't see how the fuck that happens.
It's insane. Hey, Duke, what? The link isn't working.
Legendary Duke.
Damn, I don't know if you have the back.
Who else
chat.
is out there?
Anne's
What's up,
still
Ann?
here. Flat Earth Deacon. Well, he said D.Marble's. I didn't even know D.Marble was live.
Flat Earth Deacon, what's up? I didn't know he was live either. Shit, I'm about to be dead.
Yeah, no. See, I wasn't planning on going long. It's just I knew I needed to get this shit out.
Yeah, I wish I would have caught the whole stream.
Well, hey man, you can always, roll
Yeah,
on
nah, 'cause
up
you know-
and listen it up. And I'm
Nah,
gonna be doing this over again, and I continuously fucking repeat myself, so you'll hear it again. Don't worry, I promise.
Yeah, actually, because I didn't even realize Sanchez was going live, and then I seen the call come in, and I was like, oh shit, because he had to join with the swirling and whatever, and I had to be up in that.
Well,
because I'm a swirler.
at this point now, every day that I go, I'm gonna go live. I know he's gonna go fucking live, and he's gonna go on for 5 hours. But hey, in fact, I think it was you who told me. Doesn't matter. Go live. Get that shit
Yeah,
out
I
there.
mean, you have to, man. You have to.
Matter of fact,
'cause
the last upload I did actually had more views after the fact than during. So that's why I got to remember that.
yeah,
I am not the only person on YouTube. Legendary, and I don't care what your
What
name
up?
is. You will always be Legendary Duke.
Yep.
What up? What up? What up?
Legendary
man?
triple double, triple single double. Man, that shit make me hungry just saying that. Can I get that shit with cheese?
What the
What's
fuck
up,
is going
man?
on? Man, I
Chilling.
feel like I ain't been on here in a couple damn years, man. How y'all feeling?
Fucking good, man. That fucking
Feeling good.
shit's fucking on fire, man. Fuck. What was it? I found your fucking SoundCloud, and god damn.
Man, I ain't been on that SoundCloud in a long time, man.
Well, remember you were always telling me you were always telling me about how you had like a year's worth of stuff, but I hadn't heard it.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't even think I've ever been on your fucking SoundCloud.
Well, I don't know why
it's on
not.
my old
I
shit,
got
man.
there from you, Dre. I went through your SoundCloud.
How the fuck you get to his SoundCloud from my SoundCloud?
Click on his name. That's it. That's all you do. Click on it.
Well, I don't. I mean, y'all got jokes or whatever, but I don't know how to do all that shit, man. I'm old. I mean, I ain't old, but compared to y'all, I'm fucking old. I don't.
Well, this will I'll put the upload I just did with his music, but it has visual on it. I'll put his SoundCloud. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't though, I'll put his SoundCloud in that. Pretty sure I
Dog,
did.
I ain't even gonna
I
front.
appreciate that, man. For
That
real.
shit,
You probably
hey,
you
thank you.
probably
That
gonna
shit's
laugh
fun.
about you probably gonna laugh about this, but it took me. I ain't even fronting, dog. I had SoundCloud for about 2 years, and I didn't even know how to work that shit until like recently when I just put like 3 songs up there.
Oh, which so I am working with as well.
Ah, shit.
I
I'm computer illiterate,
see.
dog. I have a hard time with
So pretty
computers and
soon
shit.
I'll have another upload of your music, Dre. The problem is that you do video, so it's kind of like I gotta like I don't want
No,
to
what are
like
you talking about? I do videos. I ain't got no. I only got like one video.
no, but you have like visuals behind your video.
Oh, you mean on the SoundCloud
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, yeah. So like to like see like Legendary here, he does his is it's verbal. He doesn't do the visual part of it. So I can kind of create the vision, whereas I don't want to take your vision. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'll say, you know what that is? That all that is a picture, and it just for some reason it just kind of like scrolls by real slow, but it's really nothing there. That's just a picture of the that's attached with the music file or whatever. But that shit is nothing. If you can get rid of it, I mean, whatever.
Oh,
I
that's the
don't
easy
know.
part. I can easily make that MP3.
Yeah. I mean, but if it's like whatever, I mean, I can give you a link to Dropbox, and the Dropbox joint don't have none of that shit. It's just a file,
No,
the
don't
music
see.
file.
That's the problem because that Dropbox, I don't know. I I don't know because you sent me stuff, but I don't know where it's at. I can't find it, and half the time I can't even open it.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I know a lot of people have a problem with Dropbox. I don't know, whatever. I
We'll
mean,
figure it out.
shit, dog. But man, maybe fuck with my candy bars, man. I mean, like, I got some shit, but you gotta remember, like, I just do that shit for fun. Like, I'm not,
Well, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
whatever. Yeah, yeah, it's all
You got
good,
them
though.
bars, yeah. So you got them
Shit.
bars, yeah.
No, no. I appreciate that, but no, I got candy bars, man. I give a motherfucker some cavities and shit, yo. Nah, it's all good though. I have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's why I do the little editing thing. It takes away from like the stressful editing, and I actually get to enjoy fucking doing it.
Yeah. I've been, honestly though, the shit that like a lot of the latest shit that I really did was that song that I did with the beat from Legendary Duke and my boy RD, the John, the New York, Baltimore, and Jersey collabo. Like that was probably the hottest shit I ever did as far as lyrics. Cause it's only like the third song I ever wrote. Cause I don't rap. I just do shit like that because I hear a beat and I'm like, damn, I gotta do something to this motherfucker.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, but right now I'm kind of playing with. I'm not. I don't even know if I'm ever gonna really upload it. But between you, Legendary, and Jay Alex, I've been messing around with that stuff. The problem I have is one, Jay. Every one of his ones says Jay Alex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Legendary does it too, but his is cool. His is, he's fucking, the whole fucking Mortal Kombat shit. Like he's got it. That's cool. I could deal with that. But I can't do both. It's like Jay and Legendary are yelling at each other.
Oh, you talking about the watermark?
The
It's kind of
hicks,
like a
yeah,
watermark.
the
See,
Yeah,
little
the
oh,
tag.
the hooks on
So
them,
can't
yeah,
nobody
tags.
steal your
see,
beat.
yeah, I know it. But you know what? Fuck it. If they steal it, motherfuckers, let them steal
No,
it.
no, no,
That's how
no,
I
no.
roll.
I've already explained. I know how to take those out. That's not hard.
Oh, okay.
They can't do it through every fucking chorus. Trust me. They tried. Jay tries every time. His are just great. Like every fucking 10 seconds. Jay Alex. It's like fuck. Sick of hearing his name.
Yeah, see, that's why man. Like, listen, I don't fuck with music like that. I mean, I do. I fuck with it a little bit, but I'll do some shit in the beginning, let you know it's Dre Midas, HGP, Humble Gangs Production, and after that, I ain't saying shit if it ain't in the it ain't in the bars or
No, no,
whatever.
I definitely see why you do it. I just wish. I'm just saying. And for anyone who's listening, I'm not talking shit. Trust me. I say all this to Jay. I'm, I'm an
Nah,
asshole to him.
Jay ain't tripping off that shit. If it's somebody out there trying to make some problems out of that, I'll shit on them.
Yeah, it's like I beg him every time I talk to him, dude, come on, hook it up with something that doesn't say Jay Alex in it every fucking 10 seconds.
Right.
And so, like, cause I talk to him all the time now in the Discord area, cause this fucking asshole, he built my server up and then took the fuck off and built his own.
Oh damn.
But he's got like a fucking big like a lot of people, and it's like not just a server. It's like attached to a game that they all play and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Okay. Shit. As a matter of fact, I just put. I think it was last night. I put that song on YouTube and shit, and it's got like this some artwork and shit that I did back in the day. It's me shooting myself in the back of the head. It's crazy. Yeah, but it's symbolic though. It's kind of symbolic. It's like both of the images are me, but one's got the gun to the back of the head, killing whatever. Whatever. But that's what it is. It's not a video. It's just like a picture, and it just moves or whatever.
That's shit. That's cool.
You gotta kill the sheep off every once in a while. You feel me?
Well,
And then-
yeah, it's
And then you did that 16 bar thing like every day thing, right? And I was
Yeah,
like,
I
my
missed
homeboy
out on
came
that
up with
shit.
and I was like,
16
hey,
bars for 16 days.
I was like,
That shit was hot.
I was like, I'm gonna fucking do some shit with that. And then I realized how dumb I am. I went, I got all of them right, and then went, it's all different fucking music.
Jackass.
So check this out. I found some software that I could literally take the music out of it, but it makes you sound monotone, so it doesn't sound good anymore. So I was like, fuck, and I ain't paying for the pro version of it either. That's so I'm gonna
You was able to move. You was able to separate the audio track from the vocals.
from his vocals, yeah, and it's all one. It's this
Oh.
crazy ass fucking system software I found. The problem is like it lets me do it, but I can't clean the lyrics up.
You gotta let me know what the fuck that is because I need that.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm not spending $120 to fucking.
Yeah, bruh. My name is Dre Midas. I make magic with some bullshit. I've been doing it my whole life.
Well, hey,
I'll
actually,
fuck around with the demo version.
I'll send you a couple. No, that's the problem though, because when I split it, it literally sounds like he's spitting it into a fucking cup.
All right, so then this is what you do. I don't know if you got any music programs editing like a fucking Sony Vegas or something. You put it in Sony
Oh,
Vegas.
I got quite a few.
All right, well then you know what to do. You just gotta find the right shit to fuck
That's,
with.
yeah, but see, that's
Put
the thing. You know what? I'll send you, no one else, but I'll send you what it sounds like. It literally sounds like he's in the bathroom spitting into a styrofoam cup.
Oh,
to
damn.
nothing. It's terrible, and I'm pretty sure the software does it on purpose.
Right, so you can.
Yeah, I
I
can't
got
just-
you. So to make you buy the fucking
Exactly.
real shit.
But like I said, I
Okay.
probably have like 5 or 6 different other softwares that I could probably try to do it on, and maybe I can try to boost boost the volume of him and lower the music. But at the same time, I'm not worried. He'll come out with more fire. It's all fun. I'm not on a deadline. That's just fun. And like I said, you're next, Dre. I got at least I don't remember the name of the song, but 2 of them I got you starting it already. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get out of here, guys, because I'm tired and I gotta wake up butt fuck early. This is what we need to fucking all fucking find a time where you guys are up, because I know you guys are what 11, almost midnight out there.
Yeah, it's 11:30 here.
This weekend, you guys free?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Cool. Dre, in between eating or something?
Oh damn.
You eating right now, aren't you?
Huh?
I said you're eating right now, huh?
Nah, actually, I don't know. My fucking for some reason my phone went off the page or whatever, and I was talking and didn't even realize that shit wasn't even registering.
I hate that shit. That's
Duke,
right.
Duke's look, legendary Duke eating. He over there got his face all up in there, chewing like a.
But he's here. That's what's important.
I made it though.
Yup.
That's all
True,
that matters.
true.
Yeah, so I'll hit you guys up tomorrow, and let's figure out something for this weekend for sure, or just have a good fucking build.
Yeah, because I ain't had a good build in a while, man. It's been a minute.
Hey, real Dre, you need to watch this one because I mean, basically, right up until you got here, all I was doing was just giving that information out about the alerts and the this geoengineering fuckery going on.
Yeah, I
And
see. I gotta get into that shit. I
and
gotta
I'm
get
only on.
into it.
I'm just hit the tip of the iceberg, man. I literally haven't even gotten into like the nitty gritty of the dollars and cents of where who's doing what and where.
These motherfuckers are spending 17 billion
Ooh,
to
ooh, ooh, ooh.
fuck
Whoa,
to
no, you
fuck
fucked up.
themselves.
17.6 trillion.
Oh,
Trillion.
trillion. My bad.
Yeah. Well,
That's
you
crazy.
know how many billions goes into trillions, right?
More than I got.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna get together and do that, figure all that shit out, and I gotta do more research. Honestly, that's the remainders I want to take off because I gotta do about an hour's worth of research, and then I gotta get my ass to sleep, and then it'll probably take me 45 minutes to fall asleep because of the headache I'll have. But
Uh,
I'm deep in the rabbit hole.
yeah, yeah. I wish I was by sooner, but yeah, definitely, man. Let's do something this weekend or whatever.
You
But
know?
I'm taking my ass to bed. I'm tired as hell.
Cool, cool. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it was nice hearing from you, my brother. Until next time, and Mr. Legendary Duke, of course, brother. One love. Holla at you.
Alrighty, man. I get up with y'all this weekend.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. All right. Peace to everybody in the chat too. And if you're still out there, peace, peace. You have a good night. And who else was out there? I don't even know.
They're kind of all scattered.
Flat Earth Deacon.
Mostly
Yeah.
people just listening in, I think.
Just everybody out there, y'all. Y'all take it easy, y'all. All right, I'm out.
Peace, man. All right, so
Peace, brother.
we're gonna go out like we normally do. Legendary. Why don't you take us out, sir?
Duke wins. Fatality.